Hey, what's happening? This is Billy Inellis here, full-time online entrepreneur, helping others to become and to be the same. And what I want to say is that I always get excited when I see others succeed, and it always pushes me to reach out to them to find out what it is that they're doing, and if I have to invest in myself to find out what they're doing to succeed, then it's something that I always go for, because being an entrepreneur is an ongoing learning journey. I don't know everything. I'm always going to be learning, and your mind has to be open, just like a parachute, right? Parachute doesn't work unless it's open, and it's the same thing with the mind. So I'm with a special gentleman right now, and the reason why I say he's special is because he's also a dad, just like me. He does affiliate marketing just like I do, but he recently won the 2 Comma Club award, and that happens when you have used a specific software. I'm gonna peak interest right there, but you use a specific software to build funnels and marketing web pages and all that stuff online, and you reach the 7-figure level, which is $1 million right there. So he's a top affiliate for that SaaS company, software company, and it's been amazing to see the growth that he's been able to achieve just this year. So I'm with Spencer. Is that Mecham? Is it Mecham?
Mecham. You're closer than most, though.
Mecham. Okay, awesome. I didn't want to mess it up. So I have Spencer Mecham with me right now. Spencer, how's it going today, man?
Oh, just having a great day. It's funny. I was going to say it's funny you said that 2 Comma Club stuff, and you say see me grow. Like a year ago, that wasn't even my goal.
Yeah,
it's crazy what can happen in a year when things take off with the internet.
Awesome, and congratulations on that. And it's only the beginning, I would say, right? I have personal goals to reach that point, right? But sometimes things may happen so fast when you find something that actually works.
Yeah.
And we're pushing through, and we don't give up, and it's great, man. Congratulations on that. Now, for those that are gonna listen or watch, tell them a little bit about where you're from and kind of how you came across being an entrepreneur online and all that good stuff.
So it's the book. The book is Robert Kiyosaki's. Have you read Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yeah. That's one of my top 3 books of all time, man.
I love that book now. But so that's kind of what brought me into like this world of like, holy cow, I say a lot that like in my head at the time, it was like, you either graduate from high school and you go to college, or like you're dead, like your life is over and you're going to end up
exactly
who knows what. And reading that book was like, well, there's this whole world of alternatives. And then just after that, it was like months and months of Googling, right? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this? Like, whoa, like stock market, real estate, and so I talk a lot, like, I mean, in the last 18 months, is when things have exploded for me. But reading that book was in either 2013 or 2014. And so the first 3 years were 3 years of nothing going on for me, and probably when you balance it all out, I lost a lot of money in a lot of things, and like spent a lot of money on things that I never got into, and it really was just, it suddenly took off. Like you said, like you just keep trying, and suddenly like one thing seems to work, and you put money into that and kind of put your time into the thing that's working, and it grows really quickly. So it's been really cool.
Awesome. Now, where are you from? Like, where are you currently located, and what did you used to do before you kind of had the major exponential breakthrough? So where are you from, and kind of what were you doing before?
So I live in Utah. I lived in Hawaii, actually, when I first found out about this.
Okay.
I lived in Hawaii, where it's really hard to get a job. Like, Hawaii sounds like a dream to everybody, but it's really hard to get employment in Hawaii. And so that's kind of what brought me into this world. But let's see, what did you say? What did I do before this? I worked at like a digital marketing agency. I was like the lowest of low peon at a digital marketing agency.
Okay.
And just kind of doing a lot of like SEO stuff. So really every day I do pretty much the same thing for like 8 hours a day, and little drudgerous. And I did that for like 2 years outside of college before anything started to actually work out for me, and I could make money myself.
So that wasn't your passion or anything like that, right? It was just you kind of winged it, and you said, okay, I'm going to get a job in that, niche or sector, but it's not really my passion, or it was something that
it was like one of the few jobs I could find out of college.
Okay. Gotcha.
I applied at I wanted to work at a bigger corporation or something. We're right by like Adobe headquarters. We're right by New Skin, if you know that, Vivint. It's all like right in my arena. But couldn't really get Qualtrics, if you've heard of that. Couldn't get a job in like the bigger places. Did a ton of interviews. Got pretty frustrated with some of those bigger companies because like they'll put you through 8 or 9 interviews just to tell you no at the end. You know, like they'll do a lot of. I consider that just brutal. But yeah, so in the end, it was like, well, you know, the company had a good reputation, and I mean, I wasn't making nearly what I hoped I'd be making, you know, out of college, which I think is kind of what happens to most of us. Like, wow, that's not what they sold me on, you know. About what I made before college. But yeah, I learned a lot there, learned a lot of SEO. And I met, I think probably the most beneficial thing there was meeting certain people that connected me to other people and got me where I'm at now.
Okay, awesome. So the first time that you made some money online, what was it? Because I recently attended one of your free trainings, right? And you talked about the first few dollars that you made online, right? I think it was a story like in Hawaii. Can you share a little bit about that? And then we'll expand on what happened with your breakthrough.
Yeah, it's called Mechanical Turks, and I'm gonna not recommend it right now. Like, don't let that be your first way. But basically, these people that have these really repetitive tasks will they'll post it online, right? They're like, you know, someone needs to go through and read this like 50,000 word document and like do like underline every time they see this word or something. You know, like something really really repetitive. But I Googled how to make money online and ended up there. You know, so I'm there and I sign up and. I think I said on the webinar I made like $4 an hour maybe, and I'm just sitting there, you know, over and over again, like click, underline, click, you know, like 6 hours a day or whatever, and then you end up making $25. Yeah. So that, but I talk about this on the webinar too. Like that was an exciting moment for me still because it proved it possible, right? Like money can be made on the internet. Like this isn't a scam. Yeah, I'm not making much. In fact, I'm making tiny amounts, but like it is totally possible. And like I can grow with this from here.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, we do affiliate marketing. What I love about affiliate marketing is you can promote somebody else's product and you get rewarded when somebody buys off of your link. Now, a lot of people tried it. Maybe they didn't get huge success with it. I've had success with it. You've had success with it. Everybody is unique and different, right? We have different levels of success when it comes to that. Now, what gave you because I know you said you tried a lot of things and you weren't getting success at first and you were still working at your job and all that good stuff. And you recently quit your job. I think it was last February, right?
This February, yeah.
Just last February. So it's amazing how you can reach 7 figures in a short amount of time. Now, what did you do that actually gave you that breakthrough, like that exponential, like, you know, breakthrough? Like, what is it that you discovered or what is it that you did that, you know, got you to the level that you're at today, basically?
Yeah. So I'll condense what we talked a lot about on that webinar. I was trying for a year. Nothing was happening. I had a whole website built out that I built out myself. It had like tons of content on it, but nobody was showing up, you know, kind of like the classic problem. Had tons of affiliate links all over it, tons of ad stuff, but no one showed up. And then one day I had this lesson that I had. It was a free lesson, and then inside the lesson was an affiliate link, and I was like, I'm going to add a YouTube video to this lesson, and maybe that'll, you know, maybe people will sign up more because they actually watch the video because no one likes to read now. So I make like this really bad YouTube video and throw it on there, and then I talk about having a baby, and I have this baby, and then things just die out. I run out of time, you know, you're in baby mode for a month or two, and then one day I start getting these emails, you know, and it's like, you've made money. Like so-and-so sent you commission. It's like, well, what's going on?
What's going on?
Where's it coming from? And I'm like looking out there at all, cause I've put tons of like stuff on the internet, but none of it's taken off. And I come to like Google a word, and my YouTube video is now like ranking in Google. And for this word that I hadn't even been going for, you know, and people are searching it and finding the video and clicking a link down below, and things are happening. And, so that was like my first like light bulb moment of like, I'd been doing a lot more Instagram before that.
Yeah.
And the big switch I talk about on the webinar is like, the people that are on Instagram are not buyers. Like, you can sell to them, but they're not buyers, right? Their mindset is not a buyer mindset. Their mindset is like, they want to turn off their brain. Like when I pull up my phone and start doing this, you know, I just want to shut down and like not think I'm probably getting off a stressful day or whatever, you know. I don't want to go buy something. I don't want to go learn something. And so whereas like YouTube, when someone like searches in YouTube or Google, they're like, hey, I want to learn something. You know, half the time it's like, I want to buy something, just point me in the right direction. that's who doesn't want to sell to those guys? Like that's who you want to be selling stuff to, you know, not the guy that's like brains off at the time. So that was like my big light bulb moment. And that's kind of almost what I focused solely on since then, is taking like hot and warm leads, these people that are already like qualifying themselves and selling things to them, instead of trying to get somebody that, you know, doesn't care a bit to care and then try to sell to him.
Gotcha. So there's a difference. I know, you know, I've been in the space for a little while, right? It's music production that got me in the online space, as you can see.
Oh, yeah, that's a cool setup.
Like so, I know that social media traffic versus search traffic is completely different. And search traffic, the advantage is that you actually get someone that's actually looking for what it is that they're typing, right? So that's kind of the advantage there, and that's what gave you your breakthrough. Now,
yeah,
I know that YouTube is powerful for somebody that right now is not getting the results that they want, right? So they've been at it for a little while. Maybe they're getting frustrated a little bit. What would you recommend to them? Would you recommend to go on YouTube and kind of like put some stuff out there until it kind of picks up? Or what would you recommend to somebody that may have not gotten any results yet and they want to ramp it up, so to speak, so that it can get some?
Yeah. I mean, I always recommend hot traffic. So whether it, you know, that's YouTube, if you know how to use Pinterest, which I'm still figuring out.
Yeah, Pinterest I heard is huge on that.
It's a new world, but there are millions of people, you know, on it. So yeah, I would stay focused on the hot traffic, but then the real key is going to be the consistency. It's going to be the just constantly putting out content. You know, like even I've studied YouTube's algorithm now for like a year and a half, and I still couldn't just take a video and like guarantee that I'll rank it. You know, I can't say like, yeah, I'm going to rank that video. Like, but I can tell you that if you give me like 5 or 10 videos, you know, and I put them all out there, that I'll be able to rank at least one of them.
Okay.
So
what frequency would you recommend when it comes to consistency?
I recommend every day, but I mean, I understand we've all got like timing issues. Like the best way to do it is to take, you know, first week of the month or first few days of the month, you sit down and you plow through, you know, 20 videos or whatever. And then throughout the month, you can just drip out one a day. You can, you know, if you can afford to hire a VA, it's not much. Like you probably pay $5 a day to get them to do a quick YouTube edit and stuff. If you can't, it's probably about an hour a day. You got to edit the video yourself, you know, do a little bit of SEO, throw up a thumbnail. It's really not that hard. So if you just filmed the first few days of the month, took a few hours each day, you know, and like ripped through them, and then you just dripped them out all month long.
Throughout the month. Yeah.
Throughout the month. Yeah. And if you know, like even basic SEO, like there's YouTube, it's always a surprise. Like when a video ranks to me, like some of the stuff that I'll do, you know, and like that first video, I didn't do a ton of SEO. So the most important thing is that consistent content. And then every once in a while, for whatever reason, YouTube's going to say, you know, this is the video, like this is a good video.
And then they put you on the pedestal.
Yeah. And then if it actually is a good video, like it's a quality video and you actually, you know, took your time and people are liking it and engaging with it and things, it's going to stay for a long, long time. And it'll, you know, it'll bring in money for a year or two or a couple of years. And you can start working on other videos, but it's nice to have that little bit of money coming in, you know, and when your next video ranks, now you've got 2 videos bringing in some money. And that's kind of the beauty of YouTube. I talk about is like, you're building little like digital real estate houses and they each bring in a little bit of money each month. And as you consistently do that, you know, it may take a year, it may take 5 years, but if you consistently put a video on YouTube and you knew some SEO for 5 years, crazy things will happen in 5 years. You know, you'll look back and be like, 20,000 people care what I have to say. That's crazy.
So there's really no magic sauce. You put in the work now, but there's going to reward you in the long run, but you have to be consistent and like what you're doing, like what you're sharing, believe in it and all that good stuff. So
there's like some magic SEO, you know, there's like a little magic.
Cause I use vidIQ and all that stuff to kind of check the keywords of the videos that rank. And I kind of grab some of them that are on that video. Do you do that stuff too, or not really?
Yeah, I'll do vidIQ. I do a lot of SEO stuff. I mean, I know you mentioned you bought the course. There's a lot of stuff. I have a course that talks a lot about like my process with YouTube. Because YouTube's an algorithm, right? Like it's a computer. It's not a person. I mean, to me, an algorithm is made to be tricked. Like, you figure out what things those algorithms are looking for, and then you plug them in, you know, and it says, okay, like this video is great, and it ranks it. And it doesn't work every time, but it does work a lot more times than if you did nothing. So
awesome. So anybody that's watching or listening to this, if you're not on YouTube being consistent, you might consider that strategy because it is rewarding. I've started doing that, and I've seen some results on that. But it's what's challenging is the consistency. You have to stay on it. You have to stay
Oh
consistent.
yeah.
Now, what length of video did you find that is the works the best? Like 2 minutes, 4 minutes, or it depends if the content is good or
Yeah, it kind of just depends on the subject. So one of the biggest factors YouTube is using on ranking a video is watch time.
watch time. Yeah,
So if you teach them everything they need to know in the first 2 minutes, but your video is 10 minutes long and you're just kind of like talking for the sake of talking, they're all going to stop watching after 2 minutes, and YouTube's going to say, okay,
gotcha.
people are leaving this video, and there's tons more video to be watched. So YouTube thinks it's a bad video. So as long as it needs to be to like clearly give them what they're looking for, and then you have a call to action and you're gone, because you don't want you want them as soon, when they leave, to be as close to the end of the video as possible.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Okay, great. So appreciate the words. That any last thing that you want to share for maybe somebody listening or watching this in terms of advice of any kind, or something that you always kind of preach about? Any last words?
Always preach about. So we talked a lot about consistency. Yeah, I would say, so this is for affiliate marketers, and I talked about this on the webinar. There's like three things. There's consistency, there's focusing on the right affiliate products. So a lot of people will sign up, like the first program I hear everybody talk about is like the Amazon affiliate program. Like everyone can sign up for that, and it's really easy. But the Amazon affiliate program gives you four in the beginning, 4, I think, % commission.
Yes.
And it's not recurring, it's physical products, right? And so like, that's a lot harder like to make good money off that, right? You got to get like millions of people showing up, versus if you choose the right programs. You choose these like software programs with 30 or 40%, and it's monthly. They pay you every single month that someone stays. Well, that means that like the work you do now can bring you money like next year, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do, is like focus your time on things that are going to bring money for a long time to come, not things that are going to bring money like tomorrow and a small amount of money and be done. So you choose the right programs, things like YouTube. I talked about YouTube. A YouTube video can bring in money in 5 years. Like I have videos, some of the first videos I made are still bringing in money. And those videos are promoting softwares that have recurring commissions. So it's like this double whammy win where, like the 20 minutes of time that I spent is bringing in the maximum amount of gains it can because of the way it's set up. So I guess that's the takeaway I'd say. Right programs and the right platforms where your content can live for a long time.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Spencer. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Continued success. I know it's only the beginning. You're a car winner. You won a couple cars and all that good stuff. I'm going for my car that I'm winning. I have.
Oh, it's awesome.
I'm going to be sharing some information on that. So appreciate it. And then enjoy the rest of your day, man.
Hey, thanks, you too, Billy.
So as you heard throughout this interview, you've heard about the course that we mentioned that Spencer has, and a master class that I personally attended that shares in more details about how he went from zero to getting the results that he actually generated today. So if you want to get access to that right now, which is a free web class that shares the boring process that Spencer took to earn 7 figures in passive income with affiliate marketing and won a few cars to boot while going through that process, well, I invite you to attend this free web class right now by going to benellis.com/Spencer. So that's benellis.com/Spencer. And you're going to get to attend for free this class where he shares in a little bit more details on the things that he actually implemented, that he did to get to the results that he's having today, so that you can take that, run with it, implement it with your affiliate marketing business today. And if you want to go further, then there's options where you can get more assistance and to get one of the great courses from Spencer as well, which is a dream car winner, right? With one of the most popular softwares that there is online. And by earning over $1.5 million this year at the time of this recording, which is in 2018. So learning from somebody that did that, which is what I'm doing, amazing strategies that he's sharing, you should do that as well so that you can get ahead and get better at what you're doing, especially when it comes to affiliate marketing. All right. So with that said, I'm going to sign out now. This was Billy and Ellis here, and I will see you on the next one.